Hey guys, it's Dag, and I'm back. I'm back like the bougainvillea vine that grows on our back fence that started picking a fight with me this past week, and I've got scratches all over my arms and all over my legs, all over my body. I've even got scratches on my face where the thing tried to eat me alive yesterday. But I am here, so the good thing about that is that I am not cutting bougainvillea. The bad thing about that is you got to put up with me. So, hey, today is National Memo Day. So, get out your post-it note, get out your memo, whatever it takes. Write up the memos, leave them everywhere. Just completely flood the world with memos, and that's the thing, I guess. So, anyway, we're here to play some Final Fantasy XIV. Where we left off last time. So Chad left off. He has a quest where he has to talk to Kuplo Cop over on the deck, and he's already talked to him. So now we're going to find out what the quest is. This is the entrance to Thorn Marsh is deep in the bramble patch, Kuplo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, Muggle's Guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Kuplo. Okay. And escort Kuplo Cop safely to the warded entrance. Should you fail to defend him or move too far away, he will return to Sweet Bloom Pier, where you may rendezvous with him again before trying again. This could be frustrating. I hate escort quests, but here we go. All right, dude, go. Where is he? Okay, he's gonna, like, go behind me? Don't let them hurt me. Well, don't stand in their way and you won't get hurt. Okay. So he has a health bar. I'm going to wait for his health bar to go all the way up, because that's a thing. Which way do we go? Is there a path? I guess we're just going to go right through. So don't have to worry about these guys. Treants aren't going to... Uh-oh. Squirrels. Where are the squirrels? Oh, they're in there. Here we have a whole pack of wild squirrels. And that's to these guys. Bloodbath on the squirrels, man. So Wifey and I are big bird watchers. Not big. We don't collect stuff. I mean, we love having the birds around. I'll just leave it at that. And the birds are in our backyard. We feed them. And so, you know, they're okay. Until the squirrels eat all their food. And that's kind of a pain. So we have squirrel cages around their bird feeders and stuff. And the squirrels have learned to jump on top of the cage and shake it violently. And that's how they are able to get to the feed. They shake enough out. You sense a hostile presence. Oh, there's another one. One behind us, too. Kuplo, you need to, like, resuscitate. I can't take this. Well, stop standing in the middle of everything. He's like, I can't take this, and he's standing right in the where he's going to get wiped out. Faster, Kupo, faster. I have to wait for you to, like, level 21s I'm not too worried about. I have to wait for you to come with me. Where are you? Get your ass over here. Faster, Kupo, faster. Yes. Is it this way? Yes, it is. Got another level 21, but he's not going to bother. Ew, hello. Ooh. Where's my buddy? Is he standing over there getting clobbered? I don't want you to get hurt, but you gotta, like, at least get the fuck out of the way. Okay, heal. Come on, you can heal. Faster, yes, okay. You're almost at the... Okay, there's the target. Come on, Kupo. Okay, so I got him to the entrance. Now what? Are you ready to face the king, Kupo? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hands and focus, like when you attune to an asphalite, Kupo. I'll open the way for you. Okay, so, okay, I thought I was going to have to, like, do something special, but he's attuning it. Alright, talk at me. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish Mughals a lesson and send the king back whence he came. Alright, so... Okay. I guess we're doing... Ah, yeah, I see. It's a dungeon that's been opened now. I have to do it in hard mode. And, yeah, I don't think you can't do this in, no duty. Oh, you gotta check it. Third match. Here we go. And it's not gonna let me do it as, like... Yeah, it's not going to let me do it as a group, or as a follower. So I'm going to have to, like... Hopefully this won't take too terribly long. 2 tanks, 2 healers. This will be the largest group I've been in. This will be cool. So Pandaria is what I was trying to get to. It's a Viking Kupo. Pirate Kupos. And the people that are waiting on me right now, they're probably going, would you just hurry the hell up? Muggles Guard to arms, defend the king, Kupo. You see the king? I guess so. Viking King. All right. I was going to say, wait, I know that I've done this. Ooh, that's ugly. Okay, I haven't done it in hard mode. I've done it in follower dungeon kind of thing, so... Pookie. Here, Pookie. These guys are destroying stuff, so I don't know how much damage I'm doing compared with everybody else, but hey, I'll take it. Here comes the king. Ah! Three-ring circus. I'm glad this isn't a serious dungeon, because it's like all kinds of fun there. Where are you going? Dude, not on top of me. There. Go wherever they're going. Not that way. That was cool, the healer helped me out there. What happened? Did we get him? Like the one guy dragging off the saucer. What is this? Can't use it anyway. Pass. I think that was the guy that was... he disappeared. I was going to give him kudos, but I'm not very good at that. You did it, Kupo. You did it. Good King Moggle Mog the seventh. May his mighty soul rest in peace as no more. Yes, we know that. Okay. And? I shudder to think that what might have happened had you not stopped the Muggles' guard when you did. Thank you, Chad. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them too. You should go and tell Puckney Pack that the king is no more, Kupo. She's with Rhea O at Camp Tranquil and can relay the news to the chieftain. All right, I shall do that. Camp Tranquil? Is that what the guy said? Okay, so I should go to Camp Tranquil. There we go. North Shroud. I gotta figure out what the mud puppy thing is. Organ of choice. I gotta get 5 livers of mud puppies. Alright. Not quite there. Got my mount. Oh, that's right. I can fly. I just learned to do that last time. Yeah. All right. Puckney Pack. Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Moggle Mog the Seventh, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen? Yeah. Actually, that's very true. All Moogle kind owes you a debt, Kupo. And I sense Rhea O wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. It looks like there's like thunder or something going on. Rhea O Senna wishes to congratulate you on your victory over Good Kingle Moggle Mog the Seventh. I thought, for a minute there, I thought my eyes were going. It's like, oh, God, I'm going blind. No, it's thunder and lightning and all that shit. Okay. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the man responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events while the details are yet fresh in your mind. All right, so I got to go back to Lotus Stand. And Lotus Stand is in New Gridania, right? I hope. Close. Or did I go the wrong place? Ha! Probably the wrong place. Just like pressing the wrong key. Oh, this way. I didn't. Florist can't repair me. The serpent. I don't think there's anything I can do with these guys. Yeah. Oh, he's the one I got to do the mud puppy stuff with, I think. I don't know. We'll find out. Elder Seed Seer is expecting you, sire. May I show you in? Yes, please. Don't want to get my leather boots wet. They'll shrink and I'll never get them off. Hey, the gang's all here. Chad, you are returned to us unharmed and victorious. Thus have I 2 reasons to be glad. Yep. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. So here's the story. I queued up for a dungeon, and I died. It is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Mughals don't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. He doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of the power contained in crystals and the force of the collective faith, Mughals call forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, as being left no corpse, the ether which comprised him instead being scattered to the 4 winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every aspect the same. Which means Scions. This whole business reeks of their handiwork. Yes, Scions. Kupupu. They said it was a masked man who had taught them how years ago, but Gredania has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. Yeah, that's true. So the guys, you know, they're archers. They wear their masks and stuff, yeah. Confound it all. How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear, so long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames. Ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A somber thought, but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Chad. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping you might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Reverence Toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seedseer, mayhap you should return to the Waking Sand and apprise the antecedent of all that has transpired. Okay. So I gotta go back to the Waking Sands. Report to Minfilia. Can I stand? Why can't I stand on the table? Now that's just like, can I stand on her throne? Yes, I can stand on her throne. Can I sit on her throne? That's the question. Yes, I can sit on her throne. Okay, but I'm not going to sit for very long. I have to get up in order to teleport. Oh, I don't need to teleport. That's right. I've got some Vesper Bay invitations. Sounds like a golf tournament. I'll see you on the 19th hole of Vesper Bay. Now all these interesting quests, it's like, oh, I could now start leveling another not character, but another job if I wanted to, I suppose. I actually saw someone who did every job in the game, and I think they came out with new jobs or they're coming out with new jobs with this new expansion that's coming. So they're going to have to, the guy's going to have to do it all over again. He's got to have new jobs he's going to have to level. It's good to see you hale and healthy, Chad. I received word from Ida and Palpamo that you had felled good King Mogul Mog the 7th, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. Okay. So it was, as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Scions. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve the reminder to the elder seer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Chad. Of course. Anything for you, Minfilia. And pour some new tea. Okay. And get that one. I am leveling very slowly through this level. She has a new quest, of course. The time has come at least to leave Vesper Bay, and Minfilia would apprise you of the final details of the move. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So, as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Reverence Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you... Well, okay. Chad, are you regular or irregular? Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, we need to caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Chad. Ooh, okay. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given to the care, unto the care of Uranger. I have thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our order's history. Mayhaps it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. I mean, you could rent it out, Airbnb, make some money. Urianger shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alice shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Urianger, would you inquire of him if any task remains undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something important. And she puts her hands on her hip and... Oh, okay, I can't refuse her. Let's go... Yes, leave the solar. And he's probably... Yep. I was going to say he's probably in the room down here. There he is. Standing in the corner. Ranger. Thou art ever welcome, Chad, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap you thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history? In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestor, faded by the eons, and still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. That's an interesting tact on that. Be not offended, Chad. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Mayhap it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Would that the same could be said of somebody. Cutscene. Ah, Minfilia. Whence came that cry? The solar, 12 forfend, the antecedent. And whoosh. Oh, this again? She dead? Nope, she's still alive. Chad, you must. Yep. Time for a vision. So now he's going to be passed out on the floor. Oh, he's seeing what's going on. Tell Louis would you have done the same? Tell me, Louis, would you have done the same? Louis Levalier was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. And it's a white Ascian. An Ascian here? How readily you see, you are indeed gifted antecedent. But you are not like the others. Your robes. Yeah, they're white. Gifted but ignorant, yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. No joke intended. Okay, mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. He who, you speak of Lahabrea? Lahabrea is a warrior. He fought. He fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Then he is still... Come, I only confirm that which you already knew. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. You, what are... We're ready when you are, my lady. If there's anything else... Oh, that's right. She can't see the dude. Is something the matter? She's looking and it's like, huh? Ah, I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, I feel it's strange to leave. But I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll soon get used to Reverence Toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. Okay, she just let the lid off that they're going to Reverence Toll, and now the Ascians know. But, I mean, the Ascians probably already knew anyway, so... It's only to be expected. She lacks the gift and knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive not? In other words, yeah, she didn't see anything. So it is with all but a chosen few. Even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. He's been around that long. You know nothing about me. Nothing. Maybe he does. The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. Leabrea did not think so highly of the echo. And what's she staring at? Probably checking her cell phone, right? Brea is wrong about a great many things. The echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have not yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came in peace, antecedent. May we meet again as friends. Wait, stay where you are. Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the ardor, I wonder? Yeah. Child of the Crystal. That's the she, probably. Groan, I take that there is no need to explain. Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you all right? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. She keeps it in the drawer. Uringer, send word to the students of Baldesion. Tell them to scour the archives and for the forbidden tomes in particular. If there is any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ascian, my lady? Was that what gave you cause to cry out? Yeah, I guess so. That's a positive. I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Ascians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, Chad. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. Pay attention. Pray attend me, Tataru. Or Tataru. Tataru? Tataru. I don't know how they're supposed to pronounce the names in this game. Alright, I am supposed to search for the white-robed Ascian. Yes, I want to leave the solar. And now I want to leave the waking sands. All right, one of the interesting differences between World of Warcraft, Star Wars The Old Republic, and this game. Star Wars The Old Republic allows you to romance your companions, which is kind of an interesting little tidbit there. And so if you had the ability to romance characters in Final Fantasy XIV, which characters would you romance? At least in the original game, what do you think? I don't know. I don't think I would romance... Well, Minfilia is pretty hot. So is Ida. I am told that you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. Okay. I shall walk north. You may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. So I gotta follow him. And he's gonna whip my ass. Apparently. And is this where he's gonna whip my ass? I'm being judged. should have brought up my chocobo. Eek. These imps are not going down easily. And I've already used my healing spell. Bloodbath. There we go. Follow the white-robed Ascian. I did. And he went this way. And now I get beat up some more over here. Ooh. Hi, you're pretty. Pretty ugly. Although he is doing a number on me. Alright, I guess I keep going. I gotta wait for my health to ramp back up first. That's something I'm not used to doing at this point is eating in order to get my health up, but I guess I'm going to need to do that, huh? At some point. Marmot steak. Yeah, I'm going to use some of that. All right, let's go. A level 22. He's not anything to worry about. But those guys are. And I still didn't bring up my chocobo. I gotta wait until get out of this fight. Although I may not be able to do my chocobo. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, no. I didn't want to ride him. I want to fight with him, so it's not going to let me. Oh, all kinds of fun guys. Okay. Ooh, my health is not doing so well. Oh, sugar shower. He keeps, oh, that's why. Hermitage keeps, oh, because I'm dead. Oh. All the way back. Alright, I need to teleport. No. I need to use one of these. Go back to Vesper Bay. Sinister Fister something. Alright, where was... Dude was out this way, huh? Hopefully I don't have to go all the way through. Again. Well, I have to go all the way through, but hopefully I don't have to, like, fight everything. So already I've gotten this far. That's a good thing. So the question is, are all the guys that I killed still dead, or did they all come back? Alright, let me get off of my mount first. Now, I thought I had the greens. Don't I? Or are they someplace where I don't know where they are? Huh. I have no idea where they are. Yeah, I guess I don't have any greens to be able to call my... Oh, and they all come back. Conjurer, I don't care about. This guy I do. I want to get rid of all the... Get rid of all the healers first. Another healer. Nope, nope, wrong one. Yeah, I'm not gonna last. Oh, fucking toads. Watch the toad kill me first. Maybe the toad will kill the conjurer. I didn't want to do any of those guys. Come on. And again? Oh, but I finished it. Now, this would suck if it actually made me go and kill all those guys again. That would suck. Big wet willies. We'll find out. My cool new mount. I like it. Yep. I gotta go back this way. That's right. How about a repair while I'm here? Hi. Could you repair me, please? Since I died horribly a few times. That's 3 times tonight I died, so it's like, yeah. Now it showed that I just had to talk to the Ascian. So hopefully I don't have to go and kill everybody all over again. Good. I don't have to. That's good. Let's see what he has to say. Whew. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. What? For kicking my ass twice? Okay. None save he who bested La Hebrea could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. Well, that's a little rough. That was kind of a little bit more than self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Hebrea. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn... Wait, come back! Oh. Yeah, who's attacking me? This dude. Really? I'm almost dead. Seriously? You're gonna... Oh! Fuck me. Oh, God. Just put me out of my misery now. That's stupid. No, still can't teleport. I'm going to use up all of the... I'm going to use up all of these Aetheryte tickets. There's not going to be any left. All right. So, let me put this out there. If you play this game and you're watching and you're laughing and you're having a good time watching me painfully go through this, I'm interested in hearing about what it's like to be in a guild in this game. And if anyone has like a really cool guild and they want to talk with me about it first, before just jumping in and assuming that I'm going to automatically respond to a just off the wall here, I'm going to yeah, I'm going to get rid of this guy first because he's a pain in the ass. What level is he? Well, whatever level he is, he killed me again. Oh. Sorry, you can't get past this one quest because you've got something there that likes to chew on you. How did I... Okay, serious question. How is it that they stuck this quest in the middle of a hostile group? That one thing is not supposed to be hostile, right? I mean, that's my take. Is that it's supposed to be just... I wonder if I could fly over. Well, it's okay, I'll go through. So I was literally talking to a guy, and then all of a sudden everything, it started killing me. Level 23, oh, level 50, and it's a... Oh, that's why. It's a level 50, and it's a epic beast. Got it. I'm too far away, of course. Still too far away. There, maybe I can finish it now. Okay, we already had this conversation. Yes, okay. I realize the same can be said aloud. Bria, amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that he could cast us out. Okay, I haven't been beat up yet. Your mother favors you still, that much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes and her strength shall soon be spent. My mother? These lands, these peoples, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so shall it be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. Well, say something. I am Eldibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the true God, and we shall meet again. Your God? Someone else's God. Who knows? Okay, Chad, you need to get your ass out of there. Because that guy is coming back. And he likes you. And I'm just going to fly over this shit because I didn't want to fight that critter again. Okay, you gotta stop flying. There's another cutscene. I'm looking for a good place to take a break because I want to refresh my tea and stuff. So, all right, this is a good place to take a break. So I am going to take 5 and I'll be back in a flash. Hang in there. Thanks. Hey, I'm back. And I am ready to journey on. Okay, Minfilia, what have you got to say? Thank the gods you've returned, Chad. Oh, I should say this in her voice. Thank the gods you've returned, Chad. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive? Well, he wasn't elusive. It was more like the 4 guys that jumped me and the damn bird that kept eating my ass, but yeah. Beg pardon, he was waiting for you? What did you do? What did he say? As it was, so shall it be again? Of when does he speak? And of what, exactly? The words of Ildibus portend much, but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Brea. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. Minfilia has a final favor to ask of you. Accept. Let us set aside the matter of this Ashen until after we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before my father was a member of the Allah Megan resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the resistance with vital imperial secrets while feeding his paymaster subtle conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents would steal on what they believe to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Uringer will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. Oh, I get to give him the book. Throw the book at him. Ranger's in the corner like usual. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger? Your boss told me to hand this to you. The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well, can I imagine the antecedent's pain before mine honor? I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady sacrifice be in vain. And cutscene. Chad, this is Minfilia. Yes. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. If you have yet to, once you have given the journal to Uringer, I bid you come to the seventh heaven in Reverence Toll. Taturo will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned, I spared you. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new Aetheryte in Reverence Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. Yeah, okay. Am I attuned there? Maybe. What do I do with this guy? Nothing at the moment. Oop. Okay, go up, then turn right, then exit. So, one of my New Year's resolutions was to basically cut back on caffeine, and it is now full-blown allergy season, and I am quickly becoming disillusioned with that New Year's resolution. So at some point I may go back to full-blown caf and stop drinking decaf coffee and decaf teas and all that jazz. I don't know. We'll see. It's been miserable. It has really been bad. All right. Let's see. Where... Reverence Toll, yes. We're going to go there right now. An outlandish man. I'm not going to talk to the outlandish man. I am going to talk to Tataru. Hi. Oh, Chad, you're here. Good, good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. Oh, come on. As I was just telling your restive receptionist here, I am pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home for us as the Waking Sand ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Take that odd-looking fellow over there. For example, he's been eyeing us most suspiciously ever since we arrived. I cannot help but wonder if we are truly safe here. Guy with a patch. Oh, that's interesting, headpiece. Oh, that man. Can't say I've spoken to him myself, but rumor has it he's come to hunt for ancient treasures in the Crystal Tower. You've seen the structure I speak of, no? It'd be hard to miss that massive pillar of shining crystal that looms high over the land, just to the southeast of here. Yeah, okay. If tales are to be believed, it's a remnant of some ancient civilization. The details remain a mystery, and no doubt why it's drawn adventurers and scholars from all over looking to unearth its secrets. The man over there is no exception, and if my instincts are true, he knows more than most. If you're curious about the tower yourself, you could do worse than to talk to him and see what he knows. Why, if I weren't somewhat otherwise occupied with my duties here, I'd have half a mind to join you. I mean, just look at it. I can scarce begin to imagine what wonders lie inside. Why, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our effort do not skip a beat despite the relocation. And with that, Chad, I do believe it's time you officially announced your presence to everyone inside. The antecedent and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. Tataru, you need a raise. She is not just a receptionist. She is an office manager. The Crystal Tower Quest series is now available from the Outlandish Man. In order to progress to the main scenario, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. While you are granted a respite from your duties as a Scion, use your time to probe the depths of the Crystal Tower and see what ancient secrets may be gleaned. Okay, this will be interesting. Speak with Tataru in reverence. Toll, I did that. So, speak with Minfilia in the Rising Stone. So this guy here, I'm going to have to pick up a quest from, but first I'm going to go in and talk to Minfilia, right? Nope, this is not where I wanted to go. Oh, yeah, it is. Ishtola is still reading. This is kind of a... There's our little bud, Thancred. A hoary boulder. Alpha Mo and Ida doing calisthenics. We got beer. Beer on kegs. And Alpha Nod is still sitting there, so I'm going to enter the solar and see what's up. Hey, she brought her desk and everything, and I like the fireplace. It's kind of cozy. I can get used to this. I'm Minfilia. Talk with me. Or did I get too comfortable going behind your desk? Everyone's like strolling, looking around. Well, it certainly is spacious. Needs a sofa set. 70-inch TV. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. For today, we declare our independence. Da, 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 da. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Woohoo! Everyone's like, cool and groovy. For Eorzea! Rah rah. Sisku Ba. Chad shouldn't go with him. A moment of your time, Chad. I would speak of Elidibus. Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldesion hath been met with silence. No one will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. Chad looks excited. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No, no, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would have certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift of the knowledge both, oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldesion, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. 'Tis possible that others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from the crimson-clad Ascian, perhaps, or Ochre, or Puce? And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time, I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the crystals of darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Ascian menace. But I was wrong. He endures, and may yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Elidibus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Chad. I discern them all, and in disturbance too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. Ah, my stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Okay, so now I can go do the crystal stuff. Kryl, were you here? Where are you? Where's her mom? That's a question I want to know. I mean, her mom came and's like been hanging out and... Oh, this guy. Your intercession was not foretold. You object? We question. Our plans are in motion. Your intentions unclear. They survived the 7th Ardor and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, I too shall I. So too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time when the veil is lifted from their eyes. And at long last, they see. Elidibus. Thank you for that. Build on the stone. Okay, and this is the next quest. Minfilia has new assignment for you. I didn't want to lose the track, so I went ahead. Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amagina and Sons mineral concerns. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifest were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Thank God for accountants. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. He looks shocked. Yes, you're correct. The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest, but in service to a primal, we shall ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Estola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. Okay. So, I'm guessing that I should probably run the tower stuff before I jump in and do these quests. So, let's get out of here. And I see that Still Waters is the quest line for the main story. But I need to go talk to the dude outside. The weirdly dressed man, or whatever they call him. Lots of quests in here. Outlandish man. There we go. All right. An oddly garbed man visiting Reverence Toll has some information which might be of interest to an experienced adventurer. That's me. Do I know you? Ah, unless I am very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Garlean Empire's general, are you not? The great Chad Fist himself? Ah, amazing. I'm more than a little serendipitous. One might even call it fate, but I recently received word of a truly unique opportunity, you see. An opportunity the like of which none but one of your proven worth can take advantage. The reward? Not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk? A single misstep could cost you your life, but what is a little danger to a storied hero such as you? A man with absolute confidence in his own abilities stands to profit handsomely from this venture. No, I crave no recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, I assure you. In my words, have fanned the flames of your curiosity, then I bid you seek a man by the name of Rambrose at St. Coinnick's Find. It is he who stands at the doorway to untold marvels, awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. All right, where is he located? Yeah, that's not telling me. This guy. Oh, that's a dungeon. Where am I right now? Is that what I'm doing? Yes, legacy. Okay, so where am... But reverence toll? Oh, I'm up here. All right, so I'm going to go travel. I wonder where I can get the greens. I wonder if they have them for sale around here someplace. You would think. Servant of Splendors, token exchange. Yeah. What's a servant? Let's see. No. Uncanny knickknacks? No. None of those guys. Collectible appraiser? No. Let's see. Prisms. What's this guy? Nothing. What's this guy? Nothing. Turnips. Actually, Brangwine might have something. Nope, he does not. Independent merchant. Purchase items. Nothing here that I can purchase, or nothing there that I need. Field gear? No, not field gear. Purchase tools? Nope, I got a skill. Well, no, this character doesn't, but okay. So I'm not going to get... Let's see if there's nothing there. Okay, well, I looked. Don't want to go too high. Don't get high, dude. Walk to the chocobo. Okay, and I need to talk to Rambrose, and there's Rambrose. Why, if it isn't Chad Fist himself, I was not expecting such a celebrated guest. To what do I owe the honor of this visit? You are directed here, you say, by a man clad in foreign garb? Well, the opportunity he spoke of must surely refer to our latest anthropological endeavor. Quite how he came to know of it is another matter. All knowledge of this project was supposed to be restricted to my organization. Sorry, I need to check something here. Okay. But that is something for me to ponder in private. You are here now, and your services will, I am certain, prove invaluable. I must warn you, however, that the venture we have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventurer could very well find himself on an unplanned and unpleasant journey to the fall's solemn halls. Knowing this, do you still wish to lend us your cooperation? Yeah, I guess, at least for another stream or so. I rather thought you would say that. Your courage is scarcely a secret, although my stupidity probably is. Now the first. Yes. Oops. No, I don't want to auto-advance. Chad, I thought it was you. Who was it that just said something? Ah, Sid. What brings you to St. Coinix? Don't tell me the Alliance has sent you on another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low an apparently insuperable foe? Yes? No? Ah, I see you two are already acquainted. That is well. Master Garland, our intrepid hero here caught wind of the forthcoming expedition and was kindly pledged to assist us. He has he? Glad to have you aboard, Chad. You don't have the faintest idea what you volunteered for, do you? Very well, let us begin at the beginning. The Sons of St. Coinix are tasked with unearthing the secrets of the long-fallen Allegan Empire. This present endeavor aims to delve more deeply into the civilization's mysteries than ever before. Ah, but I know that look. In the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute much on the subject of Allegan archaeology, or Allegan archaeology, I invite you to recall your encounter with the Ultima weapon. That mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond aught Garlemald can presently achieve. Narrow Toll Scavia simply awoke it. I mention this by way of a reminder that you have had what one might term extensive first-hand experience with the notable Allegan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. So now to the core of the matter. Here in Mordana, there stands an entire Allegan structure, which Allegan, who knows? We have yet to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the Ultima weapon and the lesser moon Dalamud before it, it seems wise to treat any remnants from that area with the utmost caution. You must be analyzed, monitored, and above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. To put it plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniacal Legatus wield one of those weapons. It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Sons and propose that the tower be explored. Thanks, Sid. For several millennia, the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground. But like so many other things that were better left undisturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. It now stands revealed in all its splendor, a gleaming spear of crystal appointed at the bosoms of the heavens. What are you thinking, Sid? Sid, it's a rock. We believed the tower to be a repository of much of the ancients' wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defenses, and we cannot so much as peep through the keyhole, much less set foot inside. Oh, that'll be my job, I gather. These defenses take the form of statues, carved into the likeness of giant swordsmen. The 8 sentinels, as the sons are wont to call them, is the first barrier we must overcome. Why not simply fly over them in an airship, you ask? It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We either destroy those statues or the front door is forever beyond our reach. So I get to go kick a bunch of statues in the kneecaps. Is that the idea? My colleagues and I are ill-suited to negotiating such deadly hazards. Thus, if we are to gain access to the tower's secrets, we must needs employ the services of an experienced adventurer. It will be, or some stupid adventure. It will be difficult and dangerous, Chad, but I think of no finer man for the task. I wonder if they changed that for women. If I didn't know better, I'd say you had a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. Thanks, Sid. There is much and more to be done before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. Okay. And actually, that is a really good place to stop for the evening. I am going to leave Chad right here because the next quest is with Rambos, and he's going to explain it to me. So I am going to call it a night. If I don't see you between now and the next time I see you, have a good day, have a good afternoon, have a wonderful evening. I love you all. Thanks for stopping by. Don't be strangers. Talk to me. I don't bite that hard. And I'll see you soon. Bye now.